Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, John, the House Guy. And today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what kind of repairs you need to make before you put your house on the market. I had a listing appointment this morning with some clients or some potential clients, and we were talking about what they need to do to get their house ready to put on the market. And I think probably my opinion on that differs a little bit from most other real estate agents that you may talk to. So I want to just talk to you for just a minute about what I think would benefit you to do and what I think you should just not worry about. So the first thing people look at and think about when they're talking about getting ready to sell their home a lot of times is paint. And they say, well, should we paint everything in the house? And really and truly, my opinion on that is no. I don't think you should paint everything in the house. A couple reasons. The lady I talked to today, we were talking about her schedule and her lifestyle and her children. She got small children and all the different reasons and all the different things. And really and truly, she doesn't have time to deal with painting. And if she takes the time to do it and paints her entire house like another agent had recommended for her to do, she's not gonna get her house on the market for another 3 to 6 months. And she may miss a good buying opportunity, a good selling opportunity window to get her house sold. Also, I always tell this story to my potential clients. When Kim and I first started out, the very first house we ever flipped and sold, we went in and the bottom two bedrooms in the basement had a basement. So the bottom two bedrooms were painted purple. And we spent money and hired a guy to come in and paint those all out and make them neutral because we thought nobody's ever gonna buy this house if it's painted purple. Fast forward to when we got the house under contract, we got the house sold, and I'm sitting at the closing table signing documents, and I talked to the buyer and I said, hey, are you guys gonna be moving in this weekend? He said, no, we're going to do some painting first. My daughter is going to get that bottom bedroom down there and she wants it to be purple. And so right away it told me all the work and money that we had put into painting that room and taking the purple away, somebody may have had their favorite color be purple, and we could have maybe sold that house a little easier if they'd seen it that way. So paint, you don't want to have gaping holes. You don't want to have colors or crayons and stuff like that on the wall. That's different. But if it's just, you're talking about freshening up the color, I generally recommend don't do it, because most of the time I think that people will come in and put their own signature on the paint and put their own colors on the wall. So that brings me to my next item, flooring. Most people ask me about their flooring. Well, number one, should we pull this carpet up? My recommendation is usually if you want to go ahead and change it out, you can, but if you leave that to the buyers and get it cleaned up and looking good. Now, if it's completely destroyed, if it's got, pet odors in it or something that's going to make your house show really, really bad, then I would say get it out of there. But if it's simply wear and tear on the carpet, I like to give the potential buyers a flooring allowance, or give them an opportunity to come in and say, well, we want to change that out. Because if you tear the carpet out, then you may put a flooring in there that they don't like, and it may be a more permanent flooring like a hardwood or a laminate or something like that. And then you gotta then they really get perplexed about, well, I don't really like that, and that looks like brand new, so I don't want to tear that out. But if you leave an opportunity in there for them to make their own improvements, put their own signature on it, a lot of buyers are attracted to that. A lot of buyers want to do a little sweat equity and put their own signature on the house. So, and I tell people this all the time, it only takes one, right? You just got to have one person to buy your home. And if they come in and they look at it and they think, man, we could pull that carpet out, it's not going to be a big deal. Again, if it's completely destroyed, if it's got pet urine or feces on it, if it's got, paint spilled all over it or some real problem, then yes, we need to pull it out. But for the most part, if you can clean it up and just leave it, I think people can see past that for the most part and get an opportunity to visualize their own unique style going into the home without having to rely on you for the choice that you make or the color or whatever it is that you put in there. Now, an exception to that is broken flooring. So like if you have broken tiles, you want to get those replaced or fix that. If you have broken or really badly scratched hardwood floors, we want to get that sanded down and fixed, or take the piece out and replace it. But for the most part, flooring, I almost 90% of the time say just leave it and leave it up to the homeowner, the new owners, to put their own stamp on it, because I really feel like people like to do that. Next item, mechanicals. So that's talking about your HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. All those things need to be in correct working order. So if you say, well, should we fix the air conditioner? It doesn't work. Yes, you should. Should we, we got a little bit of a leak and we know about it. Should we fix that? Yes, you should. We have, a missing light switch that we know is there. We were planning on fixing it, but we haven't. We got an outlet that sparks, or you should fix all those things, because buyers don't like they like the cosmetic stuff. They like being able to make some sweat equity and make some cosmetic decisions. But for the most part, unless they're in that kind of business, in that trade, they get a little more skittish about HVAC, plumbing, and electrical problems. The exterior of your home, finally, the last thing, the exterior of your home. Any kind of repairs that you need to make on the outside, I always advise you to do them. So if you've got pieces of fascia board missing, or if you've got flower beds that are washed out, or if you've got a piece of roof shingle that's blown up or torn off or whatever, all those repairs you need to make, because number one, the drive-by of the house is what gets them in the inside, right? So we want to take a good picture from the outside, and that means everything's got to look good. Then when people drive by, they make a decision about whether they want to see the inside. So we want the exterior looking as nice as possible, freshen up the landscaping, get the house in really tip-top shape from the outside. That'll get people interested enough to schedule an appointment to come inside. So those are my tips that I give my potential sellers, and the things that I tell my buyers to look for when we're going to look at houses. So a lot of these things are also things that our remodeling company can help you with. If you need help with those, we'd be glad to do it. But for the most part, this really is about whether or not you do the repairs to sell your home. And I seem to think most time I err on the side of just don't do it. Just let somebody else have the opportunity to come in and add their own flavor to the house and their own style, and make it feel more like their home. Because those things are cosmetic, especially the paint and the flooring. The mechanicals are not, not up for debate. You need to fix all those things because people are scared of those kind of things. Even if they're not real serious, most of the time they want those things fixed in an inspection. But what we do after that, we get all those repairs made and we get all those things done. We get the house in working order. We didn't do anything with the paint. We didn't do much with the flooring. And then we put the house out there. We market it at the right price. And then when we get a buyer, we get someone who says, I like the location of the home. I like the layout of the floor plan. I think we want to make an offer. At that point, we can agree on numbers, and then we can discuss, okay, well, we really want to paint the house. Would you be willing to give us an allowance? We think the flooring needs to be fixed. Would you be willing to do that? And I know that's probably against conventional wisdom of what maybe you've been told along the way, as far as like your house needs to be in tip-top shape and everything needs to be perfect. Of course, yeah, it'll sell that way, but you may be throwing money away. That's the way I think about it. You may be putting money into doing it and time into doing it when you could have sold your house for that same amount minus the money, and they have the buyers have now the control of the process, and then they can decide when and where they want to do it, how they want to do it, what colors they choose, and all that. And then after we get our offer accepted, we get an acceptable offer brought to us, then there's the negotiation period of the inspection, right? So we have the inspection period, we look through there, there are going to be things that come up that we will say, yes, we'll fix those, no, we'll give you an allowance for those. So there's really, if you do all that stuff up front, it really may cost you money that you didn't have to spend. So anyway, I hope that advice will help you some, and that little tip will give you some information about what you should do when you get ready to sell your home. And again, I know that's against kind of conventional wisdom, what a lot of people will tell you, but I think it's sound. I think it works for my clients. I've seen it work several times, and not even have to give any money. A house I got under contract recently, the owner was talking about giving money for paint and giving money for flooring and giving money for this. And I said, well, let's just wait and see. And then, of course, we got an offer really quick on the house, and none of that stuff ever even came up. So the people that are buying the house, they have their own ideas about what they want to do in the space. So anyhow, look, I hope this information will help you. If I can help you with anything, don't hesitate to give me a call. Be sure to click for notifications, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Instagram TV, all those things, so that we can get you the information out when we publish these videos. Thank you guys so much for your support. Have a great day. The sunshine is out today finally, so get out there and enjoy it. Thanks so much for watching. God bless.